The views expressed in this podcast are solely those of the hosts. All creative works discussed or reviewed are the intellectual property of the creators of said stories and are being used under the Fair Use Doctrine. Hello and welcome to Of Swords and Soulmates, a podcast where we read, watch, and discuss fantasy and sci-fi stories spiced with romance and ask, is this a kissing book? I'm one of your hosts, Mari, and with me I have Kelly.
Hey everyone, it's Kelly. We also have Ashley.
Hey guys, it's Ashley. We also have Jonathan.
What's good, everybody? It's JP.
Today we're going to be discussing our experience at the Villains and Vixens book convention in Orlando, Florida this year in 2026. It doesn't normally happen in Orlando, but it did this year, and it was a very, relatively easy drive for most of us since we're all Universal people and are in Orlando anyways. So we ended up going to it. It is a 18-plus event. It took place July 24th and 25th at the Orlando World Center Marriott. It is described... Hold on. Hold, please. Okay. Somehow something came out in weird text for me. So their description of this is their official, from the FAQ description, is that Villains and Vixens is a book event where all genres are welcome because villains and vixens can be found in every story. Which that makes more sense to me because there were some things where they were like horror genres, and I'm like, I haven't been to a con that's got like horror, straight up horror, as some of the authors. And I did see several horror books there and horror authors there. That makes sense.
Hey, Mario, was it the same text on highlight? I thought you were trying to redact information.
No, I copied and pasted from the Vixens and Villains website from their FAQ, and I guess it was in a different color. And I was doing it on my phone. On my phone, I could read it, but now I've got it pulled up on my laptop, and it's like, no. That's fine. Whatever. It's Monday. It's the Monday after being out of town all weekend. And I was real smart and took off of work today so I could recover, but then I forgot. So I went into work today and I'm tired.
Not again.
This is not the first time that you've done that.
No.
It is not. And my coworker was like, Mari, I'm going to start asking you before you go on trips. Yeah.
When did you then did you stay the day or did you end up coming home? Okay,
so
good.
I drove down a day earlier than you guys. I got there on Thursday because I wanted to do some other stuff in Orlando that wasn't the parks, and I wanted to kind of maybe go to some of the independent bookstores in Orlando, which, joke's on me, there are way more independent bookstores in the Orlando area than can be done in one day. But I did get to visit a few, which is cool. I'll post about them as it goes on the Instagram page. But they were all really cute little bookstores. And then Friday and Saturday was the event. And then Sunday, I drove home on Sunday, but I drove home later than you guys. I went to Sarah's Hissin' and Kiss, and I went to her house, and she and I are doing a costume for Dragon Con. So she had to do a fitting. So we did a fitting and chatted for a bit, and then I got home. I didn't get home terribly late, but it was a long weekend. Kelly wasn't able to go on this trip, so I was unable to play passenger princess. So I had to do all my own driving, and I came home and I'm like, I am tired, and slept really hard when I got here on Sunday, which means Sunday night when it's time to actually go to sleep, my body was like, no, we don't need to sleep again.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's all good. So I know going into this event, I did not feel... Actually, let me backtrack. I don't know exactly how minutes of audio we got at the con. I tried to record as we went on, like we did with the Monster Erotica book con event. Mm-hmm. So after this, you guys will be able to hear basically us talking about the event and the experience of the event as we experienced it as it went on. But I figured we'd just do a little bit of talking about it in general. I know that leading up to this event, I felt very unprepared. I didn't make it a point to read a lot of authors or anything. I was just I'm going in blind. How did you guys feel about it going in?
I felt good. I mean, I read ahead. It's I think I read like 3 or 4 books of authors that were attending in that like last week leading up to it. Some of them were like tiny, like novellas. I definitely got a little choosy. I didn't recognize a lot of names on the list, and then I just started kind of Googling them. I think so. If you're a book convention host, link up to your author's pages for me. Makes it easier.
Yeah, nobody does that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's real hard. I don't know why nobody does that. I wish more did that. Yes.
Yeah, it's probably just tedious, and if they stayed on top of it, like if you have to probably maintain it every time an author pulls in or pulls out, kind of thing. Like you'd have to update the website, which can cause some hiccups if you're like pushing to if you're not the one building your site.
Yeah. If you don't know HTML or whatever.
But if you can handle that stuff, linking to it would save. I would have been able to research more authors. But I feel like of the ones that I did get a chance to read, 75% of them were a great hit for me, and I went and sought out at the convention.
Yeah, I think so. The authors, I had read several authors that were there already, but I happened to have read them. I didn't read them specifically for this. Like in my reading journey, I've read them because several of them were Monsterotica BookCon authors, so I'd read them I'd heard of them from that. Which leads me to I think one thing that I was surprised about, I think we talked about this a little bit, was the makeup of the genres that were there. I feel like, we've been to a few book conventions in Orlando now. I feel like, I was telling Kelly, we tend to see a lot of the same authors, but this event felt like it had a lot of different authors I hadn't seen at other Orlando events. There was more variety. I mean, there were some regulars for sure, like some locals or whatever, but it seemed like there were a lot of authors that were new to me. That was kind of interesting to see. But I feel like we went right down dark romance alley at the beginning. We went in, we're right or left? We'll go right. And we found ourselves in a deep, dark, masked alley.
How did you feel about that? Because what they did was it seemed like what they did is they kind of took like-minded authors and put them in the same row. It was being at a department store and you were just going to shop this department. Or
in a bookstore or a library too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a really good way to organize it, because most likely if you like this one author who does this one genre or this one type of story, and there's 2 or 3 other authors that are have elements that are similar, then it's it's likely you're going to like them too.
Yeah. And I found that those authors fed off the energy of their colleagues.
Yes.
And that made things just so much better. Another part about the layout I think that was really interesting was in retail, we would take the high attractive item and put it in the back of the store. So you would have to kind of walk to the back of the store. You walk past all the other stuff. And I think for 2 reasons. So they put the authors that were the ticketed ones at the end of the aisle, at the back of the space, which was smart because then you had to walk down the aisle of all the other authors that those authors were supporting. They were almost like anchor authors at the end of each aisle.
Yes. And
then it gave the hosts of the venue an opportunity to queue people for ticketed signings at the end using a space that wasn't
the alley walkway. Yeah.
Yeah. It was and it would seem like they had attendants or supporters there helping. Yeah. So I thought that was a neat use of
volunteers
space.
Did a good job. This whole con, I think, was very well put together. The walkway, I don't know what to call them, but the shopping walkways, where the authors were, felt nice and wide. Even though everyone had their book carts and things they were hauling around, other than maybe the high traffic times, I didn't feel like it was terribly hard to get around, really.
Yeah, I think you could easily be 3 abreast, possibly 4 abreast.
Yeah.
It helped too that they didn't stack vendors on the perimeter of the space, which I think our other experiences at book cons have been. Like people are, stacked and stacked and stacked. To be very clear, I don't know if it was the event or the hotel, but there was a lot of acknowledgement and signage and a general appreciation for ADA needs at here, which was refreshing to see. I don't need anything special. I'm just, an everyday. I'm a Karen, right? I'm going to complain about stuff, but I don't have anything that I need someone else to pay attention to. And so I appreciated that this event and the hotel coordinated, these extra steps for folks that might need, extra attention or extra space or,
and they made it very seamless.
Places to sit down. Yeah, very seamless. It was a pleasure. Yeah. Honestly.
Like from registration, you go up, which registration was really fast. Like you're getting your ticket, your badge and stuff, and you don't even have to say anything. Like they asked you if you needed ADA accommodations.
Yep.
Which was part of I guess the training they did for the volunteers and everything, which I thought was really, really well done.
It was definitely well done. Ashley and I went through registration at the high point of registration, and I can promise you that it was like a minute or two. Just so you know, so when you were like registration was really fast, and I know that when you register, I think did you have a line to wait in?
Yeah. No, so registration opened at what, 9? And I think I got there at 9:30 because we couldn't get in till 10:30, right?
Right.
Yeah, so I think I got there at 9:30, and so by the time I got there, there may have been one person in front of me.
Yeah. I think we must have gotten there at 9:15. I think we had parked at 9 on the nose, and then it takes a few minutes to walk over because we walked, and there were 2 lines.
It was pretty, but it was only minutes. It was not we didn't.
Oh, I mean, obviously, because by the time Mari got there was no line, so she wasn't super far behind us.
Yeah.
So they were very efficient. They had the bags ready. They only needed one of our IDs. They scanned, the ticket in the wallet. It was a very, very pleasant experience.
They took my ID too. They took your ID and my ID.
I think she said, though, that they only needed one. I think we had misheard. But she did take it and look at it.
I mean, she was polite then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Super nice. I will say shout out to the Villains and Vixens team, too, because Kelly couldn't come kind of last minute, so I had an extra ticket, and I really didn't. To be honest, I didn't do any research into try and figure out if I could sell it or any of that mess. But I did run into somebody at one of the bookstores who was looking for a ticket, and they weren't able to get one last minute. So I wanted to give them Kelly's ticket, and I didn't know if I could even do that. It was the day before the event, and I messaged them on Instagram because they don't have a Discord or anything, and I got an automated response right away telling me, that they would be a delayed response, blah, 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 and that the best way to contact them would be the email. So I then went right away and sent them the email, and they responded back to that email right away with how to transfer the ticket. And I was able to do the whole automated process of transferring the ticket the day before, and the person got in, had no trouble. It was really smooth for it being basically when I know they were in the middle of doing con stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's good. It was good to see that they were at least monitoring that space then.
Right.
Well, and allowing those kinds of changes. I don't know if Romantasy Book Con did that or did that as close to the event as they did. But I mean, I think overall their communication was pretty sharp throughout the process. I just think it was a little... you couldn't really tell where you were supposed to look, maybe. So Facebook, and then eventually they had the app, but I didn't really understand the Yap app. And so I think they tried. I mean,
blocked that part out.
The Yap app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
it was a little frustrating the day of, but it was just new to us, to be fair. And we didn't really understand, the ticketed author process. I think we had missed that update. But I do think that they had been pretty communicative on the Facebook group.
Yeah. I've not been on Facebook much at all.
I had not been very great about it at all.
I cannot say what they were doing on Facebook. And I do know that was, I think, the main place that they were communicating is Facebook. Because they have the website, but it just has the basic information. They didn't have anything up to date.
The authors, in hindsight, I think were super chatty and like advertising, a lot of stuff on Instagram. I'm not super great about following authors, but I noticed that, especially on like day 2, I started getting a lot more of their stuff and their posts on Instagram. So, for future goers to events like this, just like it's probably a good idea to start following some of the authors that you enjoy in advance, and you'll have a better idea of the things that they're offering or the activities they're participating in, like all the bingos that they were doing. That probably would have been helpful too. I was just a slacker.
Yeah. But we did, so it was like 2 hours of like looking around time, basically. We kind of were able to look at the first half, and then we had our break. It was a 2-hour break for lunch where they closed it down. Well, they closed the vending shopping area down. There were panels that were going on, which we didn't get to any of the panels. But we did lunch, and at that point, Sarah met up with us from Hissin and Kissin, and then we did the afternoon portion, which was like another, was it 3 hours? It was till 5, I believe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
3 hours in the
on
afternoon.
Friday.
Yeah. Until we had lunch and everything. So we had a late lunch then on Friday.
You're right.
And so we probably only had like the last 2 hours. But I would say like, I thought I feel like you could get through, and you may have, Mara, you may have gotten through the whole venue in one day.
Yeah.
And then
I had to make it over to the left-hand side, which is where the monster romance authors were, because I had a pre-order that I wanted to pick up. So I wanted to get over on that side. So I had like the monster romance, the sentient object romance people were generally together. And then I think like romantasy, fantasy, romance was kind of spread out, sprinkled in between, and horror was kind of sprinkled in between. I don't know that those were very like clustered in one spot or anything. But yeah, I think I was able to talk to everybody, just kind of look at everything and talk to everybody the first day for sure, which made it easier for me to go back the second day when I was like, I'm not going to get any more books. I'm done. Lies is lie. Liar told you that.
That was a lie.
I did, in fact, buy books the second day as well. But
sorry, Kelly. We tried to stop her, but she's a biter.
I don't know truly if Kelly would have been able to rein her in. Kelly, I think that Mari being in her state of euphoria when it comes to books and these cons, I don't know that you would have been able to resist her. You're strong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
No, I'm
not judging. I think you're happiest when she's happiest, and I think you would have been just mush at her feet. Truly, she was so happy. We were all just like floating on air.
Yeah.
It's the old mantra: happy wife, happy life. But also, I find slightly annoyed wife amusing life.
This is true.
Well, I've ticked that box for Ashley. It's amusing here often.
I mean, I think you did more damage on day 1 by far.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I found my people.
Jonathan thinks he's found his people. This is a good story.
Yeah. It turns out my people are sentient object writers, and just the unhinged kind of like, who was it? Was it Nicole Parker who wrote
Yes.
Hello Nurse?
Hello, Nurse.
And Kelly, if you're interested, legally speaking, it's not the Animaniacs. Legally. But I think like finding that space where I could maybe not say like in like odd ways, but just talk about the subjects. Like, I wonder if this is a topic that gets covered in books, and to find out that that's a thing. So I was stoked to find those people. I look forward to more of those people.
I will say all the sentient object romance authors that were there are also at Monster Erotica BookCon. Just if you guys want to ever try and go towards that event.
Our new friends in that alley were telling us as much. I think if it wasn't so close to Kansas, he would be far more amenable.
Yeah.
Or if it was closer.
Yeah, that's it definitely has. My eyes are on more of the authors in that space as a result. So that was a huge positive for me.
So to be clear, much like how we do Romanticy Con, and I think all the other cons we've been to as a group, we didn't do any of the night activities. I know there was like a evening night activity on Friday, and then there was like a ball kind of situation on Saturday, which I've heard good things about both of those. None of us went to any of that. We went to Universal and saw Halloween stuff.
Yeah, this is a good question. I'm gonna dump this over to Ash because I think this is a question we're not sure about, and fire away.
Yeah, I want to take a step back and talk about the swag bag that we got at check-in, because that girl was hefty. If you're going to Villains and Vixens next year, you're gonna need a bigger book cart, because my book cart, which has all of the appropriate wheelage to carry weight, was very weighed down by Jonathan's and my swag bags before even buying anything else. But here's my question. Inside the swag bag that nobody probably took enough time to really get into before the end of the day, there seemed to be an invitation to the ball, and it said the date, and it said the ball. I think it said the ball, but it didn't say the time, and it didn't.
There are no details.
It just said you're invited, and then it said the ball name and the date. Was it really an invite, or was it saying like, hey, this could have been an option for you? I don't know.
If there's a negative for this con, the communication elements, kind of what was going on, it was lacking, right? So if things changed on the fly, I don't know that we were totally made aware of it.
Like, that definitely wasn't announced. Like, hey guys, make sure you keep an eye in your swag bag for a handful of select people being invited to this. I don't know that we would have went, you know what I mean? We certainly weren't prepared, but they could have, if that
didn't have a ball gun in my back pocket.
Right. But had that been a case where we would have known that it was a possibility, then perhaps we could have potentially packed in preparedness for that. But that's assuming that that's what that stupid thing in the envelope, because remember you opened the envelope and we were like, oh, this looks fancy. So that was unclear, and I don't know if everybody got it, but there definitely weren't any announcements the day of that I saw that was like, hey, you know, keep an eye out, you might have this invite. And definitely I didn't see it before then to understand that it was possibly a possibility in the ticket package that we had, which was basic 2 days.
Right.
But also, like, I did see some people attending the ball, and they weren't wearing gowns. There were some people who
I don't think there was an actual dress code. So, like, it was like a pajama party was Friday night, and then Saturday night it was. I mean, these book events, I think they're all labeled either balls or masquerades or whatever. But it's not like they're gonna kick you out if you don't, if you don't have like a tux or a nice suit or a fancy ball gown or whatever. Like, it's not. That it's like it's an opportunity to dress up if you're interested in it, but I don't think there's an actual dress code.
I think on Saturday it struck me as more of an opportunity to, like, we survived, let's let our hair down and let's go just cut a rug, right? I think I saw somebody in like a hockey jersey, which is a popular.
It was definitely a big character reference.
Yeah, so there was like some of that going on. So I think it for me, not that I'm not staying up that late. But it might have been nice to have a better understanding, and maybe we would have popped in or encouraged others to pop in. Is that something you guys
ever want to do at a book convention?
It's funny. He was just talking about it yesterday. I think we said, maybe. I think we just need the right planning. Probably
any
the right
excuse to dress up for me. To dress up.
I mean, so that seemed to be his reasoning for it, and I was just like, if you're gonna make me go to a ball, and I'm not opposed, but your ass is gonna have to dance with me. And then he was like, ugh, I don't know about that.
I can do the hokey pokey.
If not, I got you, Ash. You and I will dance if nothing else.
We don't need. Stupid boys. We don't need boys. So it was interesting that it wasn't a hard no for him, but yeah, maybe. I mean, I think it just depends. I think this one though, this week is when we saw the young lady in the jersey that he was just talking about, that was actually Saturday night. So it seemed like people were doing character dress ups and such for the ball Saturday night, unless there was a second pajama party. There were definitely people in pajamas. There were definitely hockey romance characters. There were a few other romance related characters, and you could just tell by the outfits. So it kind of seemed to be like a whole fun situation and not just like a fancy pantsy ball situation, which seemed nice.
Yeah.
Like a nice option.
I would definitely be in favor of a more relaxed option where you can dress up and have fun if you want to, but you're not required to.
Right.
I mean, everybody can be at their level of comfort and enjoy the situation.
Yeah.
So, I was going to say something. So I would say if Villains and Vixens is going to be close to you, then you might want to look into they announced the 2027 tickets go on sale. I believe it's early in August. It's like,
yeah, I think they said
7th?
like next week. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that number sounds right.
So it's very early in August. So if that's something that's you're thinking about, I would say start looking into that. Oh, I just remembered what I was going to say. I wish, I never thought I would say this because Discord has its issues as well, but I kind of wish that Villains and Vixens had a Discord, because that tends to be a really good source for crowdsourcing information, which you're aware it's not the official source, but it's like people helping each other so that they don't have to do all the information. So it's like little, chat rooms where it's just like the day of, if you had a question, if you're like, hey, did anybody else get this? In their swag bag or things like that, you can kind of talk back and forth with people, which I believe the Yap app has some of that functionality, but I don't believe people were really using it.
Yeah, it wasn't intuitive, the Yap app. And maybe it was just because we downloaded it the day of. I don't know. I overall, I was very pleased with the event. I wasn't mad at the money. I wasn't mad. I was maybe a little perturbed about the time that we had at the event. Everybody deserves lunch. I'm not trying to take from anybody's time, but it did feel like we had less time on the floor. And so while we could have gotten it done in one day, I probably would have had some FOMO after one day that I had missed something, if that makes any sense.
I think it definitely, I would recommend anyone even if you're just going to do like the day stuff like we did, to do 2 days. I think one day would be really hard, unless there's just like one genre that you're into and you don't care at all about anything else, then maybe. But I think if you're going to be there, you're going to want to at least look at everything. It makes sense to go 2 days because some authors weren't there both days. And also because, as we discovered towards the end of Saturday, authors don't want to take their stuff home. So a lot of people were doing like specials and markdowns on like books and things.
But also like, hey, don't just wait on it. You know what I mean? Like, those things disappear too. Yes. If there's a book you're wanting, like you can't just sit out and wait for those things to. Yeah, when they sell out, they sell out. Yeah. Yeah. And we've missed out on some people on day one didn't we miss out on like a Juliet Cross book? Like we got like very limited
not at this
choices.
At Romantasy?
Not yeah. Mm-hmm. Or sometimes they'll have like when we bought DJ Russo's omnibus, right? Mm-hmm. She had I think she only had 25 copies of that.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I was really stoked that Mari, myself, and Sarah were able to get one.
Yeah. And we were able to get it signed by DJ Russo, the author, and then go a few hours over where the artist who did all the artwork for the cover was there. Rouge Fox Art. We were able to get them to sign that as well, which is funny because we go up to them and they were like, "You want me to sign?" Yes.
Oh yeah, I had her when I handed her the book. She opened the book and I said, "Oh no, ma'am." I said, "You should sign this where you sign. Where would you sign your print?"
Yeah.
I was like, so she was like, "Oh okay." She signed right on the cover for me.
She was at Monster Erotica Book Con and I bought her print of the Sink or Swim character of DJ Russo's book. She had a little print of it because she designed it. So I bought it and I was like, "Could you sign it?" And she was like, "You want me to sign it? on it. I'm like, yeah, like, like artwork. Yeah, there were several good authors, not authors, obviously, yes, authors, but artists there as well. Like some of the people had done the artwork for some of the Opal Rain books. Rouge Fox Art has done a bunch of covers. Conky was there, who's done a bunch of covers and art and like character art. So yeah, if that was something that was more of what you were interested in, there was definitely venue for that. There were also several like narrators that were there.
Oh, there were, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really bad at knowing the narrators' names. Like, I'm good to remember the book title and the author. Narrator name usually goes right out the window in my brain. But there were several of them there, which was interesting just to see, the span of their work and how, like, their viewpoint of it. Yeah, overall, I was really happy with the variety of authors and everything over there. And I think it was a well-run con, and I would absolutely... If it does East Coast again or like an easy drivable distance to us, I would absolutely do it again. Do a Villains End. So I would recommend it to people.
Being in Florida, I wouldn't travel to Texas for it.
Yeah.
I think for me, it would have to be in Florida or maybe like, Georgia area. But it was very much, a pleasant event overall. I don't think the venue itself was terrible. I think all of the volunteers went above and beyond. I mean, they were carrying trays of water, right, to all of the authors. Yeah. And like offering to regular people too. And I think the way they handled all the ADA stuff was just really impressive. And everybody was very patient and very kind. All of the authors were just a delight. Like it was their first con. Nobody was snippy, nobody was rude. Everybody was complimenting everybody. There were a lot of like cosplayers and people dressed up, and it was all just so beautifully done. I have no notes on the actual event. Otherwise, like there's no red flags for me there.
I agree. Anything else we want to say about it before we wrap it up?
I had a great experience. I thought it was awesome. I'm stoked that we had the opportunity. I'm pleasantly surprised by the event. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah,
you had the best time. I
had a blast.
All of his favorite people were there except for Kelly.
Yeah,
that was all we were missing.
Kelly was there in spirit.
Kelly was there in spirit, and we had good food. I think not that the event was hosting food. We had a good food weekend. Yeah, it was a good time. I'm definitely excited for the next one. Like way more excited for the next one now.
Good. All right. Anything else before I wrap it up?
No, I think we covered it.
So thanks for listening to Of Swords and Soulmates. Before we go, make sure to check out the show notes, rate, review, and subscribe to us on your podcast app of choice. It helps others to find us. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Of Swords and Soulmates. Check us out on our website, ofswordsandsoulmates.com. If you'd like to offer a suggestion for a future episode, book recommendation, or discussion topic, feel free to reach out to us on the DMs of any of those options. If you want to read along with us as we prep for a new episode and get chapter by chapter, occasionally unhinged interaction, join our Fable app book club by searching for the Of Swords and Soulmates book club on that app. And last but not least, we hope you'll join us in 2 weeks for our next episode, where we will be talking Sword Heart by T. Kingfisher.
Friday morning, 10:26.
10:26.
We are here. We have done our registration.
Yep. Seamless.
Registration, yeah, super easy.
Super easy.
Right?
Very easy.
Yeah, we got pins and badge ribbons and
swag.
So much swag.
It was a heavy swag
like
pack.
books in swag, multiple.
Yeah.
So we are now figuring out what we're going to be doing for the day with ticketed authors and with
ballrooms
and booking people's stuff and everything.
Yeah.
Stuff. So I guess we will
more to come.
Check in throughout the day. Bye. Okay, so I'm here with DJ Russo. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm DJ. I'm a lady monster author who writes about female monsters, basically falling in love with human men most of the time. And I would love to see more monstrous women in the genre.
Hear, hear. All right, so we've done the first half of the first day, and now there's a break for lunch, which is like a 2-hour break, like 12 to 2 break for lunch. So we're waiting on our reservations. What do you guys think so far of the floor?
I definitely felt there was a lot more dark romance here than Romantasy BookCon. Not opposed. I don't think we traveled as far as we normally would have at this point in the other one, which is a good thing. Like, we're, mingling, and there's a lot of stuff to see, and everybody's so nice, ridiculously nice.
Agreed. I definitely think, unless they have a bunch by topic, maybe we just went into like the dark romance section. We wandered into the dark romance section. So, Jonathan, what do you think so far?
I think everybody's kind. I think it's an interesting, everyone's patient and kind at these events. And I think that my biggest takeaway from this is that they're just polite.
I agree. Nobody's been like super pushy in terms of like the people selling stuff. Also, nobody seems to be very like frantic or in a bad mood as far as like con goers. So it's been a pretty much good event. The alleyway, the walkways between the booths are nice and wide. So even with everybody with their carts, I don't think it's been too bad to get around. So far so good. We're gonna get some food and some caffeine and some perk and meet up with Sarah from Hissin' and Kissin'. So hopefully she'll be on this next little part next time you hear us. We will be fed, maybe, or eating. We'll see how it goes. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
All right, so it is now, hold on.
Welcome back to the podcast. You're listening to Of Sorts and Soulmates, live from Villains and Vixens 2026 in Orlando, Florida. Remember, spit a little whimsy on the tip.
Yes.
I don't have a response. Sarah, put your romance in me?
Oh, God.
Ashley's gonna come back and be like, what did you do while I was away? Everyone, baby.
All right, so this is us after day one, the afternoon. We've done our last rounds, and it is Sarah from Hissin' and Kissin', and Jonathan and I. Ashley's gone off to do
Bathroom. She's taking
No, she's doing. She's doing checking in. She's doing the adulting of the relationship.
Don't tell anyone I said that. Don't put that on a podcast or anything. We also have Sarah with an H. Sarah with an H. You want to say hi?
Hello.
You might recognize Sarah with an H's voice from a very productive podcast, Once Upon a Time, about a show called. What's the show called? Once Upon a Time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
What was your podcast name? Podcast is called Once Upon a Captain Swan.
Did you say Captain Spawn?
Captain Swan? Like the bird.
The
Like a swan?
Well, I'm thinking about Elizabeth. Is it related?
Well, the character's name was Emma Swan.
Is that the same? Is that the same name?
No, you're thinking of Elizabeth Swan from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Arg. I be.
Have you guys seen Johnny Depp at Comic-Con? He's playing Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yes.
And the tagline is, before he was Scrooge, he was Ebenezer. What does that mean? He was always Ebenezer Scrooge. That's his full fucking name. That's his government name. I'm sorry, I don't know if you cursed me.
I agree.
What are you doing?
Also, it is not that long of a book. What do you think you're revealing? Like, if anyone has read the book, there's not anything new in that movie. Everybody knows that the best Scrooge is the Muppets.
And it's the most historically accurate, actually. The fashion of the Muppets is the most historically accurate Scrooge Christmas Carol that you'll see. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm going to disagree.
I'll send you a YouTube. It actually is. They actually made historically accurate costumes for the Muppets. It's actually totally correct. And Gonzo is the only person that says who did not die correctly in the emphasis that Charles Dickens wanted. So, boom.
I'm going to back Sarah up because I also have seen that YouTube and also I've read the book like a billion times. So I agree. But go ahead, Jonathan.
My point is not with the apparel, ma'am. I don't. My point is with the best Scrooge. I like when What About Bob played Scrooge.
Bill Murray
Scrooge. That's a good one. It's fun, but I don't think it's the best.
You don't think it's the best?
It's fun, but it's not the best. Do you have an opinion, Sarah, with an H, on what the best Scrooge is?
No, I've seen none of these.
My favorite thing is I'm also Sarah with an H, so it's like not.
That's why. No, you're Sarah from Hissin' and Kissin'.
Sarah with an H. Yeah. Because you're also Sarah with an H.
Yeah, no, you're Sarah.
No, I'm mommy.
Oh, sorry, mummy. You're mummy, and then you're Sarah with an H. And I spell it with a capital H.
Mommy's friend Sarah with an H.
That's how I tell you apart. I thought you knew.
Kelly's gonna be like, what is wrong with you guys? What is wrong?
Okay, so rounding this back out, what do we think about the second half of today? Everything else we were able to see. We saw more of like what the monster romance authors were and sentient object people were. So we went to the left rather than the right, so we saw the other half of the vending area. We didn't do any of the panels because there's not enough time. What do you think, Jonathan?
I was surprised. The Legally Not the Animaniacs caught my eye. I'm really stoked on that one.
That's Nicole Parker. Hello, Nurse by Nicole Parker.
Hello, Nurse. I like that one. I feel like there's going to be an international version of that one. I can't sing the song. I don't know the song, but they sing like Panama, Peru, and
the country song.
Alaska too. I don't know what the hell. That's a state, but that works too. Yeah. How's it go? Get in there.
No.
Get in this bush.
The microphone is very fuzzy.
Did you know that the microphone has a name?
I'm afraid to ask.
It's Fizzgig.
I'm sorry, it's what?
Fizzgig.
What is that?
The Dark Crystal?
Rah, rah, rah. I haven't seen it.
Sarah!
Take my puppet right away from me.
Yes!
Let me see. Ashley's back.
Oh, no.
You good? We're doing it.
What did you think of the second half so far, Sarah?
It was good. We came in a little late to the game. But good. I have a lot of books I'm coming back to buy tomorrow. That's it. That's all I have. There's someone.
Sarah with an H, this is your first book convention, right?
This is my very first one. I am very overwhelmed. But I did pick up 2 books from Silver Michaela that I'm really excited to read. It's like a rock band that she described as Sleep Token meets Bad Omens.
Sleep Token?
So, yeah, I'm here for this. They're devils, I guess.
No, they're each different. Isn't one's a devil and like one's something else?
Yeah, one's a ghost.
Yeah, they're like different.
It sounds really good. I can't wait to...
You had me at Sleep Token. I don't know why I missed this.
Yeah, they're all in a band. But each book is standalone. You can read them as standalone, or you can read them all together.
What instruments do they play?
That one plays the piano.
Yeah, this one's definitely keys. There's a drummer. There's a guitarist. There was a singer.
And this one that they're talking about is called
The Devil and His Sparrow.
The Devil and His Sparrow.
Yeah.
Is that what we call didgeridoos?
The didgeridoo, yeah. Nobody's playing the skin flute, the pocket trombone, nothing
Probably.
like that? Okay, that's important.
I would assume.
Yeah.
I would assume as well.
Yeah.
Now, Sarah with an H, what made you gravitate towards that author initially?
The artwork of some really good-looking guys in a rock band. That called to me.
You thought it looked K-pop.
It looked a little K-pop.
I thought it was K-pop too.
I'm not gonna lie, it looked a little K-pop. So
That pushed you in. That got you in.
That really. It doesn't take a lot to draw me in. Just
Stray Kids, so hot right now.
All right, Ash, what have you thought so far about the afternoon? What all you looked at?
I thought the layout was very nice. It seems really organized. Everybody's been so friendly. Not that they haven't been in the past. It just seems like really
really more obvious this time. I haven't purchased a ton. I've purchased a ton on behalf of Jonathan, which was a fun twist for me. But yeah, there's some cool merch here. Everybody's been fantastic. The lanes are really wide. I think you said that earlier in the day, and so that's just we're a large group this time, so that was super nice. Overall, very impressed. I'm hoping that it's not insanely busy tomorrow, but I'm not delusional.
Agreed. All right, that's all we got for now. I think we're not going to maybe do anything else book related today. We're going to go to Universal and have some fun. But if we do, I will get back on. Otherwise, we will see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. I'm surprised you don't give them. Okay, so we are here. It is Saturday morning with B. Northwick, who we've read for the podcast, and we're going to ask her to say hi.
Hello.
Have you had a good con so far?
Oh, it's been amazing. Everybody's been so lovely.
And so for people who don't know her, she wrote Cruel Dark and Lover, and then the most recent one is Black Wicket. Do you have anything else that you're thinking about coming up next?
Yeah, so actually my next book is going to be coming out next year. It's called All the Unfortunate Dreamers. It's What Dreams May Come, definitely gothic horror, haunted house, all those things, and heavily steeped in Scottish folklore.
Ooh, and this is so completely different from the other worlds, right?
Separate. Yes, completely separate.
And the best way for people to find you is where, like website, Instagram?
Yep, bnorthwick.com is going to have all my stuff. It's going to have my Instagram, it's going to have where you can get all the books, the newsletter, everything.
All right, you guys follow her. We're going to probably be talking about that new book when it comes out next year. Okay, so now I am in front of JD Netto. His really pretty turquoisey book caught my attention. It's called Winterborn. So tell us about it.
Hi, well, thank you for having me. Winterborn is a story of a lost winter prince who happens to dream of ice dragons, and they end up being real. He's also the lost heir to the throne of bones, but he cannot rule because he's half men, half elf, and he also has a secret affair with his elf tutor, so things go really south from there.
Slightly complicated.
And then his sister comes into play. She is young, but she's fierce. She's brave, and we have elf twins and different kingdoms and cultures. It's fantastic, yeah.
Nice. And then you have another series here. Yes. Tell us about that one.
So this is my Fallen Angel fantasy series. Lucifer's lost son finds out his father and the creator were lovers before enemies. And he goes to the underworld with his best friend, a.k.a. his secret lover, to destroy his parents. So, yeah.
Nice. And in addition to being the author, you're also the artist. You do all the artwork for it. Have you had a good con?
I have. Yeah, this has been fantastic. It's my first time at Villains and Vixens. I can't wait to be back.
Awesome. And where can people find you if they want to follow you?
Go to jdnetto.com. My socials are there, blog, exclusives. You'll find me there.
And that's jdnetto.com.
Correct.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I am in front of Kara Reynolds' booth. Has this gorgeous like Art Nouveau leafy green print that caught my attention. And then it says on there with heroines over the age of 35. And now she's got me. So I'm going to introduce you to her.
Hi, nice to meet you. I love that you said Art Nouveau because that is the illustration style that I try to go for. And the lady on my banner is Edie. She is the main character of Priestess, my first novel. And that has a companion, Illuminator, and then Pilgrimess is the next one, and the last in the series, Prioress, comes out this year. And I'm also working on an orc romantasy that comes out in February.
Nice. And where is the best place for people to find you if they want to look at your artwork you have and also like your book stuff?
Oh, okay. So my author Instagram is Kara Needs to Read, Kara with a K. And then my artist Instagram is Art by Kara Voorhees. And that's spelled Voorhees like Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. But if it's easier, you can go to Kara Needs to Read. And then my art is in the bio. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to post a little video of some of her stuff because her booth is amazing. So you guys can see that.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Coming back to you live From Villains and Vixens, this is Sarah from your monster.
Martini, want it up or on the rocks?
Up, please.
Up, both.
So sorry, that was our vodka martini order. We are here coming to you live from Latitude and Longitude in the Marriott Hotel, eating again. And just a reminder to spit a little whimsy on the tip. Mari, back to you.
All right, so we are done with the morning session for today, which is Saturday. It is Saturday, right? Yeah, it is Saturday. How did the morning session go for everybody?
I thought it went really well. We got our steps in. I got a new fidget spinner, and I came across a new to me modern sapphic witch werewolf Halloween type of book. I forget who wrote it, but it's like right up my alley right now.
The happiest time of the year.
Is that what it is?
Halloween.
Oh, Christmas. Witches still be witching in Christmas time.
Christmas witch. Yeah, witches are for life.
Word.
Today was definitely productive. I was excited about the fidget spinners. That was a delightful find for our anxious selves. I certainly have done more damage in the 90 minutes that we were in there this morning than the entire day yesterday. So I'm a little nervous and excited about that. Also, there's a book coming in the mail later. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Surprise.
Let me show for the record the look that Jonathan gave her, the speed with which his face whipped to her side.
What about books arrive. Our Amazon list oftentimes is just loaded with books like months out.
Now, let me add to evidence for the court. How many books did you get yesterday, Jonathan?
I lost track. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a pile, like inches, like.
That's how we measure. Books are best measured in inches. It's a phallic.
It was a tall order yesterday.
I'd say maybe a foot worth of books.
I would say.
Yes, enough. You could really get tied up in it. You get knotted down in these types of reading.
There was some heft to Jonathan's list yesterday, and then I made up for time today. So
good girth.
All right, Sarah.
Yes.
What'd you get today? What'd you think? How was the morning?
It was good. I made an effort to return to all the authors that I promised I would come back to tomorrow, and they held me accountable by finding me in my bright pink Lisa Frank-inspired cock corset.
I love that pause.
Yeah. It was good. I got some Omegaverse. I got some monsters from some new authors I just met. Yeah.
You have to pet the dog?
Oh, I'm gonna pet him with my eyeballs in my head. Yeah. There's a very large. What book is it? It's
large man.
Large man.
His name is Rand.
Rand. Like Rand Paul. Yeah. Okay, it's fine.
You know the book name.
Yeah. Huh? No, his last name isn't Paul. I just said it's like Rand Paul. Anyway, he was very large. I think he was like 9 feet tall in real life. So we've got a real size difference king coming, and I'm real excited about it. It better be in there. That's all I'm saying.
And if you guys are interested in visually seeing what Sarah is talking about, the video I posted this morning does have a little snippet of this. Yeah. A very large.
I'll pet that dog.
Yes. One thing that I was talking to somebody about yesterday, I was talking to Kelly. Kelly and I were talking on the phone. He was asking me about it. He was asking like what kind of books and all were here. And I said that I thought felt like it was not just romantasy. It was like 30%. So I'd say 30% dark romance, 30% fantasy romance, and maybe 30% monster romance / sentient object. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think it definitely leans dark in all of those categories, actually. Like, it's very heavy on the villain. Yes. In Villains and Vixens is what I think my brain has processed. Very few things are just romance or just fantasy romance, truly. I think everything has an undertone of darkness. Yeah. And I'm not opposed. I just don't know that I had been emotionally prepared for that. But you did find some not dark things.
I don't think it's all dark. I
didn't say
I think sometimes the villains can be vixens.
Okay, so back to it. We were saying the percentage more or less mix of what we saw.
I mean, I don't think it's all dark or all dark romance, but I think it's predominant. Like, there's probably only a handful of booths that didn't have like a dark leaning story, but a lot of it's quite dark, I felt.
Yeah.
So just clocked your shirt.
Oh.
What do you think as far as like the mix of the types of books that are here?
It's a lot of dark romance.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dark romance, which is not always my thing. I like to have it a very specific way. So like, for me personally, like mafia romance really isn't my thing, and like motorcycle guys aren't really my thing. But I understand they're everybody else's thing. I'm coming for my safe community of monsters and queer sentient objects and Omegaverse. Yeah.
Like the sentient object romance with the drinks.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I'm excited, and I'm excited that I found some more queer representation today, which I think is really important.
Yeah.
But I will beat that over the head with a stick anytime anybody wants to talk to me about it. So.
Agreed. I saw today. Speaking of, I got to talk to a male romance author written by a guy, and he does all the illustrations. I forgot his name because I'm hungry, but it'll be in the links and stuff. I think for me, like the dark romance has to have an element of comedy in it for me to like it. If it's all dark and it's all serious and it's all brooding, it has a hard time like grabbing me. Yeah, but that's just like, it's all personal preference. It's like saying whether you like the color blue or the color purple or whatever. Like, it's not right or wrong. But yeah, I mean, I think it's been so far a fun experience. I mean, all we have to judge by is the day stuff. We didn't get any of the, we do any of the afternoon activities, but like all the day stuff so far has been a fun experience, and I think worth the time and the money. It feels like it's been a well-run event.
Yeah, it's definitely well run. It's still, I feel like, missing like stuff like jewelry or trinkets.
Yeah. A few like vendors.
Yeah.
That aren't authors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think even like the other con, Romantasy Book Con, had like 5 candle people. This one had maybe like 2.
I think a way I would reorganize this is I would have one space for authors and another space for
vendors.
I
agree.
I think that would split things up a little bit better, and people can kind of divide and conquer a little bit more.
I mean, there are definitely some, but it's not a lot. And while books are great, like, don't get me wrong, I also want things to decorate my bookshelf, or, you know, the earrings, or the shirts. There's barely any shirts. It's wild to me. Yeah. Just the lack of that kind of promotion.
Shirts, t-shirts?
Sure.
Things other than the books.
Oh, you want more merch?
I want stuff. Ashley likes stuff.
Okay. What kind? We need more stuff. We can make stuff.
I don't want to make it. I want to buy it.
I'll make it. You buy it.
You're doing a great job at that, by
the way. It's working. All right, so we're going to wrap this up for now, and we will tag back in probably like after this afternoon session. All right, bye.
Also 8:30, so yes.
All right, so this is the afternoon portion. I am with KR Fryett, and she has this really cool vibe on her stuff, and a ginormous stand-up character situation that you will see in the video. All right, KR Fryett, how's your day been going?
It's been going pretty good. It's busy today. That's always good and nice and fun.
Nice. So tell us about this giant you brought to the con.
So this is my first con, and I'm very nervous. I'm actually shy, so I was like, what could I do that was like sort of a big wow factor that would draw people in for me, because actually like making the first move to talk to people is really difficult. And I was like, what if I made a true to size printout? So he's
mission accomplished.
Yes, thank you. So his greater format brand, the greater, is 12 feet tall. So I got a 12-foot tall banner.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. So tell us about the book.
It's an epic fantasy romance. It's The Witcher meets Jamie and Claire Fraser from Outlander meets the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. It's a fated mates, precious idiots to lovers, found family.
Yes.
Roller coaster ride of emotions.
And what's the name of the book?
Of Moss and Stone. Yeah, that's probably.
It's okay. It's all good. And where can people find you or follow you?
I'm on Instagram and Threads mainly. I do have a website, which is just my name, krfryett.com. I do also have an author store. That's like the best place if you want to get my things. I'm on KU. And the next book in the series is coming out in October.
Very cool. That's what I was going to ask. You took that out of my mouth. Awesome. No, you're good. You're good. Anything else you want the readers to know or look forward to, or anything, a hook to look at your works? How would you describe your vibe?
I would say these are a chaotic love letter to mental health and chronic illness rep. They're really mostly a journey of like radical self-discovery and self-acceptance without the like magical quote unquote healing at the end. Like they keep their flaws, and that's a good thing. Yes.
You took those words like right out of my mouth. I've got this whole series going on this month where I've been highlighting books about disabled people, and I've been doing because July is Disability Pride Month, and the whole 2026 theme for this year is The World Works Better With Us. Like, I've got a whole series. So yes, I haven't read her books yet, but I think that for next year's July series, she will probably be on it. So check her stuff out, guys. Bye.
Thank you. I saw your dress earlier, and I was like, she's walking away, but I got it.
Okay, so I'm at Lauren Sinatra's booth. I got pulled over here because there is a gentleman in black with like tentacles all behind him in a beautiful array, and I was like, I need to see that.
Yes, hello. Yes, we love tentacle monsters. Handsome ones too.
So he can be found in Tentacles and Tides, right?
Yes, Tentacles and Tides is part of the Crescent Cove series. It's an 8-book interconnected standalone series of novellas with 8 amazing authors featuring different oceanic paranormal creatures. You have selkies, kelpies, shark shifters, you name it. Octopus shifters, such as my friend Octavius over here. And it's a small town, but make it spicy.
Very cute. And then you also have over on this other side of the table some nice little gargoyle people.
Yes, I've got some rock hard men for you over here with my Gargoyle Monster Romantasy. It's my interconnected standalone series of the Tales of Tolero series. We have Bound by Hearts and Stone and Bound by Hearts and Wings.
Very nice. And where can people find you?
You can find me on Barnes & Noble, you can find me on Amazon, and most of all, you can find me on Instagram at laurensinatra.author. I'd love to connect with my readers.
And do you have anything that is boiling that you're going to be coming out with that you want to kind of push, have people look into?
Sure. It's going to be completely opposite of what I have out here, but it's going to be a small town Christmas Hallmark rom-com, but make it spicy. And then the book 3 of the Tales of Tolero series is going to be a dark romantasy, very dark, and it's a tragic love story, so no happily ever after here.
Okay. Sounds interesting. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
So sorry. Okay, so I am in front of Jessica Lee's booth, and I got drawn to this yesterday, but there were a ton of people here, so I didn't get a chance to talk to you. She has a book called The Hidden Gods of Appalachia, which sounds super interesting. And then right next to it, there's a thing called Alchemy of the Damned, and it's got a picture, and at the top it says a Western Gothic romantic horror, which is everything I'm into right now. So, hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely. Have you had a good con?
It's been amazing. I've loved meeting all the readers. It's been a great event.
Cool. So, what would you say Hidden Gods of Appalachia, how would you describe it?
So it is a Southern Gothic folklore horror. So like a romantic folk horror where a woman who's been away from home for 11 years has to come back. After her aunt passes away, she has to come settle her estate. And she ends up finding out that there are probably more things she left behind in her past than she realized. Things crawling out of the woods and taking people. And so she has to work with a private detective to figure out why and discover some things about herself that maybe she didn't know. So yeah, it's a little spooky, a little sexy. So it's got a little bit of everything.
Very nice. And are there any other books you have that you'd like to push or talk to us about in general?
Absolutely, yeah. So I wrote a series. It has 3 books currently. It will have a 4th by next year. But it is an Irish and Scottish folkloric fantasy with romance, and it's based on the origins of the Fae. So a lot of people write books about the Fae. Not a lot of people write about where they came from, which is a race of people called the Tuatha They existed in Ireland in the Bronze Age. And so in this series, we explore a little bit about those myths and legends and a little bit of romance too.
Very nice. And where can people find you?
They can find me on my author website, authorjessicalee.com, on Amazon, a lot of indie bookstores around the country. I love supporting indie bookshops, as well as really anywhere you buy books. So, yeah.
Very cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, one sec.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, I'm likely to spell it wrong. And
Yes.
I'm like,
all good.
Okay, so you want me to say hi, I'm Jenny Hickman.
Yeah, I'll introduce you and then I'll just ask you a few questions. Super easy.
Oh yeah,
yeah, no stress.
questions. I thought I had to do some. Okay, yeah, no, we're gonna see what comes out. We just don't know.
It's fine. It's the end of a long weekend. It's all good.
It is.
So I am at Jenny Hickman's booth, and I walked by. I've walked by, I think, a few times today, but there's been some people here. And there's a gorgeous green. What is this? An auric or is it?
It's an Unseelie Fae.
Unseelie Fae. So of course that caught my monster-loving heart's attention. So I'm here at Jenny Hickman's booth. How's your con been?
It's been really good. Really warm, but really good.
Yeah. So you're not from Florida, I assume?
No, I live in Ireland.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is really hot for you.
It's a little bit different.
Wow. Yeah, you're melting.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit. It says, welcome to Willow Haven. Is Willow Haven the name of the series?
Yes.
Okay, tell me a little bit about the series.
So it's cozy cottagecore, and we like to say it's monster adjacent. So everything is normal, just big and green, and sharp teeth.
Very nice, very nice. And what other series or books do you have here?
So I also have the Bound and Freed series, which is Fated Mates and Forbidden Love. It's high angst, and so after I wrote that, I needed to write Willow Haven for my hug. And then my most popular series is steeped in Irish mythology. It's The Mists of Erin. It's a cursed kiss, a cursed heart, and a cursed love. And I also write rom-coms under Jenny Fife.
Very nice. Do you have any books coming up that you're wanting to kind of talk about, have people look forward to?
So it's not fantasy. My next release is November 3rd. It's called Snow in Love. It's a Christmassy rom-com. I like to say it's like Hallmark, but with spice, and I'm not talking cinnamon.
So you said Snow in Love?
Snow in Love.
Okay, and that's going to be under the Jenny Hickman name?
Jenny Fife, yeah.
Jenny Fife, F-I-F-E.
F-Y-F-E.
F-Y-F-E, Jenny Fife. Okay, so I will probably be looking forward to that one. I do love a Christmas read. And where can people find you?
You can find me at author Jenny Hickman and jennyhickman.com.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so I am in front of Kelsey Lee's booth. It's a dark romance fantasy. How's your con been?
It's been absolutely fantastic.
Very nice. And I just noticed your tattoo. It's really pretty. Thank you. Oh, I love it. It's a fox with mushrooms and flowers and colorful and feathers. Okay, back to books. Tell me about your books. What do you write?
I write dark vampire romances and dark small town and cowboys.
Very nice. And with your dark romance, would you say it's like dark and broody? Is there like comedy aspect? Or is it a variety? How would you describe your dark romance?
I like to say it's kind of like dark, morally gray, but not too black, but pretty dark. But we still have comedy in there. We're still lighthearted and joking. We're just light stalking and a little bit of unhinged possessiveness.
Just a sprinkle here and there.
Yeah, just a sprinkle, a lot of red flags, but we're still green. We're still golden retriever vibes. We're just a little unhinged about it,
And where can people find you?
I am on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. All my books are on Amazon. We're on audio, paperback, and Kindle Unlimited.
Very nice. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Do you also do a video? We do audio, but I started doing a few videos. It probably doesn't do any face stuff. I don't know.
I saw yours on Instagram, like of you talking.
He does. He pops up.
Yeah.
He'll be like,
I've used all the ones you sent me, so if you want to send me
I've
some
got
more.
more unhinged ones on my thing.
Yeah, send them whenever.
I like that your head sort of appears out of nothingness.
I try.
And then disappears back into nothingness.
talking about.
It's really funny.
I try. I like that. Let's see here. I'll tell you which ones I got.
Is it on?
It's recording it.
Oh, welcome back to the final roundtable with the Of Swords and Soulmates crew, featuring Sarah of Hissin' and Kissin' and Sarah with an H.
Wait, you should tell them that it's two different Sarahs.
It's two different Sarahs.
Thank you. Collectively, Sarah squared.
It's true.
It is.
Did you tell her that? Did she tell you that?
Who?
Did she tell you that?
Who? Did she tell you that? I heard it somewhere.
What?
Oh. Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Jeez, don't bite.
I thought you were going to get back.
Just remember, spit on the tip. Wait.
You gotta
Spit a little whimsy on the tip. I got there in the end, as do we all.
Did you say Sarah squared? Did you say that? No. Did he just pick that up from somewhere? Yeah. That's what we used to go by. Sarah squared.
Yeah, right. Regulation and with an H.
Why am I regulation?
You're the first one. You said this.
You're the original Sarah. You're the.
I am the oldest.
So for some of my time with Sarah, right?
Okay, so we're back. This is the end of the last sessions. We did the last day, last session, basically rounding it up. So Sarah, with an H, what did you think of your first book convention?
I loved it. I had the best time. I have enough books to last me for the next 2 years. I went in knowing nothing, not knowing any of these authors, and everyone was so nice, and just so willing to just tell you everything about what they do. I'm so excited to read all these books.
Nice. Jonathan, how's your second day been?
My back hurts from carrying around all this awesomeness all day. It's a heavy burden. I like to accept it on behalf of society.
Mind you, Ash has been carrying your book cart all day, but go ahead.
I pay for that.
Mind you, Ash has been paying for the books all day. Go ahead.
I'm a kept man. Trophy husband, as you might say. It's one of my favorite parts of being me. I had a good day. I think we've identified linear pathways for success within the convention zones. I'll never look at carpets the same way again. There's definitely.
And why won't you look at carpets the same way again?
You're gonna have to read about that.
And who would you read about that from?
Pop quiz.
Pop quiz. I don't know.
She's the author of Unhinged, right?
Is it? Fleming is not the name. I said that out loud because.
Vera Valentine, right?
It's Vera Valentine.
Wait, did she write? Wait.
And she wrote, it's Pattern Recognition. What's the name of what's the title? Pattern Recognition is the title of the book.
That's
Sentient Object Romance. Go ahead.
I thought it was about my autism. It is not about my autism. So I bought it and I thought, this is going to be great. It's going to be about Excel sheets getting freaky. Vera, if you're listening, maybe you should write a sentient cyber romance about Excel spreadsheets, but legally they're not Excel.
Kelly, cut that out. It's going in the card game.
Okay, Kelly, cut that out, Kelly. We're gonna.
You're gonna have to remind him to cut that out.
Shit. All right. Note for Bread Daddy. Yeah, hold for editing. And we're back. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I got right now. Ash.
Let me set the scene here. Ash is set up like a billionaire in a contemporary romance, sprawled in her chair, in her throne.
If I had a nickel for every one of us in this party that's sprawled out in public space, 2 nickels. 2 nickels today.
My corner spot at the bar.
Today was a good day. We were very productive. I definitely did some damage today in a way that I didn't for myself yesterday. We got some presents for some other people. I had a great time. Everybody, again, was super nice, and that's really what we ask for as a baseline. The breakdown of the hours was a little weird. I understand that the authors need breaks, for sure, but it felt like an extremely long time to me. Also, I learned that in the last 20 minutes of the event, you might get a book sale. So,
Hold on.
sorry to my wallet there.
There was a bargain?
There was a bargain.
Several.
I don't even know how much I saved. She was just like 2 for $35. And I said, that sounds like a deal.
Yeah, you
I got sucker packed.
Oh.
I got sucker packed. Well, because she was like 1 for $25, but 2 for $35.
Yeah.
Good.
And they were not small books. So, anyway, I might look for more 20-minute the last 20 minutes of the day sales in the future, because that's smart. I don't think we close down Romantasy BookCon. So that might be something to consider. But great event, great people. Everybody was super friendly and accommodating, and they spent time with us. We never felt rushed. So I think that's really important. Yeah, good time.
Sarah, what did you think of today?
Sorry, I was getting candy. It was good. I think it's good. I think there could be more air conditioning. Sorry.
More.
There are a lot of women in there that are premenopausal or about to be premenopausal.
Can you be premenopausal?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is that called?
Perimenopausal.
Perimenopausal is premenopausal?
Yeah. It's like inconsistent menopause.
Yeah. It like happens and then you don't get it again and then it happens.
It could be months.
Took my sex life. That's also like my sex life.
Anyway, I thought it was pretty good. Found some good books and did not have a good martini on day 2.
We'll fix that later.
Yeah.
Or a Diet Coke.
Oh, I never got my fucking Diet Coke.
I was not with that for a lack of effort.
No.
No.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Not all the authors are my scene, but it was great seeing the ones that are.
Yeah. I agree. There's definitely more dark romance than I expected, but there's still a lot of really good, interesting finds that I hadn't expected to see. I bought way too much, which means that Kelly needs to come to the next book convention and save me from myself.
I don't know.
Please.
He's an enabler, though, too. At least on day 1.
He is an enabler.
I remember there was one book con where he was just like carrying it by the armload for you, and he just had the biggest smile on his face. He was in heaven because you were in heaven.
It was the first Romantasy book con.
It was like a contact high.
Yeah.
Maybe
Kelly's the best.
Yeah. No, he just.
Miss you, Kelly.
Yes, we do. I would say I've stayed off site. Sarah, you're local-ish. Ash, you guys
has big feelings.
You guys stayed on site. Do you want to talk about your feelings?
We'll keep it high level. So we stayed at the event hotel. That's easy to look up. It's not my intention to bash anybody, but there were definitely some concerns with the hotel room. There's I was explaining to Mari, there's a gap at the bottom of the door, and it just bothers me. And maybe this hotel feels safe enough in their security and their 40-year history or whatever that there hasn't been an incident. But I think the gap at the bottom of the door is substantial. Like, you can fit whole fingers through and out. You can see feet walking on the other side. So I think for what we paid and the cost of this whole adventure is not worth what I received when we got in the room.
The room layout was interesting. I do also wish that there was a barrier between the bathroom sink and the rest of the unit, there was like that you could.
So there's
you
a
could,
sliding door in front of the toilet.
Yeah, you can poop in peace, but you can't wash your hands in peace. And as a couple that wakes up has different awakening times, so I get up at like 4:30, and so when I woke up to go for my workout this morning, it's challenging to do that without disturbing her. So, and then also I will say this, like I started out to come downstairs and go to the gym, but then halfway to where I thought the gym was, I detoured into the game room, and it's like, I'll just take the pathway. And a mile into this journey, I found the gym in a separate unattached building. But I was like, I'm committed now to this loop. Let's go find out where this loop takes you. And boy, it's a multitude of fantasy worlds that you go on. So you start on a winding path that turns into a construction zone sidewalk. And then you have to take a journey across a parking lot. No barriers, just painted lines that cars totally respect. And then you go behind the parking garage, off the beaten path, into a sandy trail. If I was here to smoke weed, that's where I would go. Right? And then onto a golf cart path, and then they warn you if you can't go past this point if you don't have a golf registration, which I didn't know was a thing. And then past valet, up a flight of stairs, which is an interesting thing to put in the middle of a walking path, and then back around. It is if you're going to use the lazy river, you need energy to get to the lazy river. So just heads up. Yeah.
So that's a pass for me next year.
Yeah.
If this event came back and it came back to this hotel, I would not elect to spend the night at this hotel.
Yeah.
I would do the traveling and figure it out.
I stayed off site, and it's been not bad at all to like come in from off site. It was close by, come and park, and I just taken the little shuttle to the actual, from the parking to the actual hotel or whatever, and it's not been an issue like to be up here all day. So I would, if there's an event at this hotel again, I would do the same thing. I would stay off site. Anything else? As our energy levels slowly deplete.
Oh, the food was good here. The food was good.
Yeah, we ate at latitude. Well,
Sarah doesn't think so.
latitude and longitude.
Latitude and longitude.
First day was good.
Fine.
Yeah, today.
Medium.
Not as good.
Yeah.
But was it because the waiter wasn't really listening to our needs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
I agree.
Fine,
So not necessarily like
it's
the
not fine,
chef
but
fault, not
Yeah, it
the
was a
chef's
service.
fault.
It was a service issue. So like, I think the food itself was fine, but there was like no refills on anything. No refills on water. Some people didn't get their actual drinks at all.
we just came back to bring us our bills while we were still eating.
Yeah, bills while we were still eating, and my bill was way wrong.
Like
hundreds of dollars wrong. Where if I had not, looked at it and just kind of assumed that it was right, I would have had to deal with this after the fact, I guess. So yeah, I would say check your stuff.
Very hot and cold kind of week. So.
Yeah, it's been a little all over the place. The con itself has been fine. Like, I think the volunteers have been great. The, authors have been great. Vendors have been great. When we did registration, they asked without you having to say anything. They asked if you needed any ADA accommodations. So, they were aware of the things they needed to offer. I didn't do any of the quiet room stuff or the bookstore stuff or any of the other stuff. We just did the vendor area.
Bookstore, you walked into
I
it.
passed through the bookstore.
What'd you think?
Which was a local vendor, right?
Yeah,
that bookstore, New Romantics. And it was nice. It was literally just tables with books, and a lot of the I think all of the books were authors that were in the event space. Some of them were special edition, some of them weren't. There wasn't any signage about prices or anything, so I didn't feel inclined to really hang out.
Yeah.
I didn't go on day 1. I went on day 2, and it was after lunch, so half the day in, right?
What was the staff like? Were they friendly?
They didn't talk to me, which was fine though for me. I don't need attention until I need it. Does that make sense? I didn't need them hovering and trying to pitch something to me because I'm a sucker.
Yeah. But did you say hey, welcome into the room?
No, not at all. not at all. But they were like still setting up and stuff because it was lunchtime. So I don't.
I thought they were halfway through their. Were they halfway through their day at that point?
I mean, we were halfway through our day at that point. It was between 12 and 2. We were waiting for the event to open back
so
up.
So they should have been warmed up, right?
They should have been warmed up. Maybe they were tapped out. I don't know.
Maybe there was people in the afternoon.
Maybe they were just restocking. I don't know. But there weren't any knickknacks. There were a few stickers, maybe some keychains. But again, no signage. I like signage. I don't want to have to ask somebody how much something costs.
Right. I'm the same.
Especially after spending so much money all weekend. But it was a nice option because Romantasy BookCon's done that the last couple of years too. Well, they will bring a bookstore vendor in so that if and when the authors sell out, you have an option.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Agreed. All right, so I will say I think this is going to wrap it up.